Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. After a spirited fight against cancer, the amazing John Anthony West has sadly passed away on February the 6th, 2018. As Graham Hancock has said on his Facebook page, it is with courage, fortitude and a great sense of humour that my dear friend John Anthony West put up a spirited fight against cancer for more than a year, defying all the odds, bouncing back again and again with the love of his family and his friends and the generous support of this community for the crowdfunding appeal to cover his treatment. Graham continues, he beat the cancer, but the fight took too much out of him, and he has moved on now, with great dignity and style, to his next great adventure. I love him, I admire him, and I consider him to be a great light in the world that has by no means gone out. His example of rebellious thinking, of asking the difficult questions, and of never, ever, under any circumstances, putting up with the bullshit of the denominator culture, helps set a whole generation on the path of free and independent thought that leads to the discovery and unfolding of our true humanity. Anybody who is interested in the field of alternative history knows of John Anthony West, who was the major proponent of the Sphinx water erosion hypothesis. His work with Robert Schoch was presented by Charlton Heston, the host of an NBC special named The Mystery of the Sphinx, that won West a News and Documentary Emmy Award for Best Research and a nomination for Best Documentary. The documentary contends that the main type of weathering evident on the Great Sphinx and surrounding enclosure could have been caused by prolonged and extensive rainfall, which dates the structure back to 10,000 BC and was carved out of limestone bedrock by an ancient advanced culture. This challenged the conventional dating of the carving of the statue, which Egyptologists tell us was done around 2500 BC, but John Anthony West said it was at least twice as old as we commonly think. His ideas influenced some of the great alternative thinkers of our time, such as Graham Hancock and Robert Bauval, and his legacy will certainly not be forgotten. John had been studying and writing about ancient Egypt for over 3 decades. He was the foremost exponent of the symbolist school of Egyptology, which sees an ancient sacred science where modern academics see mainly superstition. West's non-fiction books include Serpent in the Sky, The High Wisdom of Ancient Egypt, a detailed examination of the symbolist interpretation of Egypt, The Traveller's Key to Ancient Egypt, and The Case for Astrology. He has also written a book of short stories, a novel, plays and film scripts. His essays and criticism have appeared in the New York Times and many other general interest and specialised publications in America and abroad. I myself am relatively new to alternative thinking with regards to ancient history, but John Anthony West is one of the people that first inspired me when I first saw him on a Graham Hancock TV show in the UK many years ago. As a teenager, I read his books, followed his work and watched his documentaries, and although I never got to meet him, I'm very grateful for the work he has done, and he will continue to influence me in my quest for the lost history of humanity. I'll end this short video with a quote from John Anthony West, which always stays with me. He said, "Few things in this world are more predictable than the reaction of conventional minds to unconventional ideas." I just want to say thank you, John, for everything you've done for this subject, and may you rest in peace.